Hello, everyone, and welcome. I was totally trying to hit the intro button, but some days it works, some days it doesn't. It's kind of one of those days. But today, I guess we don't have any intro, so you guys get me right away. So, welcome to Meditation Mondays. Hello, everybody. I hope that you've had a wonderful day. I just want to give a shout out to Alex, Purple Princess, Diane. Thank you for being here. It's Monday and it's Monday meditation. And I have to say that I had this huge kind of spiel happening and connecting and putting it into play. And my day took a bit of a turn and a twist. So I know that I was thinking, hello, Devin, how's it going? I was thinking about doing some past lives, but I think today we're going to keep it a little more simple in the sense that we're still going to do some soul regression work, but unfortunately, I had some news literally just before starting the show that has kind of rocked me a little bit. So, in the sense that I know that right now on the emotional side, holding that space for everybody is going to be a little bit harder for me, and so I thought we would maybe just save the big one for next week, just because I'll be a little more centered and grounded next week and a little more in control of the emotions that are definitely trying to pour out of me. But and you may get to watch it. So, you never know. But so tonight I thought, now that we're doing a little bit of a giddy up U-turn, and it's funny because I was thinking about talking about rolling with the flow of things and just kind of going where it takes you and see, instead of trying to force things or trying to navigate things that aren't in alignment. And funny enough, well, guess what? I get to practice what I preach tonight. So we're going to roll a little bit differently, but we're going to roll with the flow and the way the energy is working right now and what's going on in the world, and how we connect to it. So like I said, we're going to do some energy. We're going to do a little soul regression. My plan is, oh, thank you, Diane, is to do some interconnection with finding your space of creation and inspiration. And I got a little note here, so I did, and positivity. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go through the chakras. We're going to connect with the part of you that is your space of creation, is your space of inspiration and positivity, and just kind of really get into that energy, because it's the equinox, and we've got the new moon, full moon, all that coming into play. We got spring happening. Spring is here now. We're here. And so the energy of rebirth and that kind of connection to walking through the shadow to get to the other side. And for those of you, as we come into spring, everybody knows spring brings, flowers and babies and all that good stuff and all this new birth is going on around us. So giving ourselves permission to step into our own rebirth, our own transformation that is going to support the version of ourselves that is unfolding, unwinding, and connecting and growing and expanding, and our own inner evolution. And one of the most important things I think in the world is finding that space of creation, that space of inspiration, that space of positivity, where you can go and you can sit and you can be, if nothing else, just to recharge and fill your cup. Because I know we've been talking about this a lot the last couple of weeks about filling your cup. And one of the tools that I wanted to talk about was your to-do list. Now, I know we all have to-do lists. Mine consists on Post-it notes, because you all know how much I love my neon Post-it notes, and it has to be neon. I have white ones here, but that pad of Post-it notes is pretty thick because I'm not using it because it's not neon. And but why I want to talk about the to-do list. Now, we all have it. We all make one, whether it's mentally or physically or on our phone. We all have one somewhere. And the reason I want to bring this up is because I'm curious. How many of you have on your to-do list or your honey-do list or your self-do list something that fills your cup? Because I know that's a big thing. And what got me thinking about this was my to-do list, because I make them. I got my Post-it notes, and I realized that in my Post-it notes, on my whiteboard, in the mountains, I mean, all of it, truthfully, is all for me. But the one thing is, I never put a to-do list of something I want to do that day. Never. that I want to do that day that is going to be me time, like me charge time. And I thought about that. I'm like, oh my God, I make this big, beautiful list to get stuff done. But none of that has to do with me taking a beat. None of that has to do with me taking 5. And I was like, wow, we're really missing the mark on this. And why I think that we're missing the mark on this is because we live our lives based on achieving that to-do list, right? How many guys, the satisfaction of crossing something off on that list, or the end of the day and you still have items on that list, and it's like, oh, I didn't get it done. Do you carry it over? Do you start from scratch? Do you beat yourself up? Like, that list holds a big part of us, and we hinge a big part of our feeling of like, hey, accomplishment, or yeah, I got it done, celebration time on that list. And whether you're at work, whether it's your personal, professional, it doesn't matter. That list exists. And I think it's about time. Oh, right. Yes, we have. We have totally been programmed that way. Everybody's like, yeah, it's crazy. It's this long. Well, you know what, Alex? All of our lists are long. I mean, if I'm honest with myself, I try to make my list for my year, and then I pick away at it. And then I add to it because I'm like, oh, this month I gotta get this done, or this week. But nothing on there is really like, hey, go for a hike just cause, or take 5 and go read your book, or go for a drive and blast your music and sing at the top of your lungs. It's like go grocery shopping, do this, create this. But guys, we've got to deprogram this, because I think our honey to-do list, I think our self to-do list, I think our daily to-do list should have something or some things, plural, that have to do with us doing whatever we need to do or want to do in the day that fills our cup, that makes us feel amazing, and that gives us a take 5 break. And the other part that I was like, oh, thinking about this idea, with this concept and throwing it out there, I think about smokers. Now, I've worked with a lot of smokers to help them stop smoking. A lot in the beginning of my hypnotherapy journey as a hypnotherapist, clinical hypnotherapist. And a lot of the times, one of the big reasons people got into smoking, outside of being cool when they were first, in high school when they started, is because it gives them a reason to give themselves a break. It gives them a take 5 moment. It gives them a moment to walk away from a situation, figure out how they feel, and then respond. So this integration, I mean, this is 98% of people why they smoke, is to give themselves a break during their day, to have a reason, a valid, tangible reason that they can step outside and just take a beat, take a moment, take a rest. Well, I don't, if you smoke, you smoke, and that's totally fine, but maybe not the best way to create a habit and a foundation of, hey, now I can give myself a break. I've been working really hard. I've been accomplishing what I need to accomplish, but now I'm going to have that smoke so that I can, give myself a tangible reason to take 5. But what if you put in on your to-do list tangible reasons for you to take 5 or 10, where you can go out, do something totally opposite of you getting your list done, and just do it for you, not feel any guilt, not feel any pressure, not feel anything outside of enjoying the moment, being present, being here, taking that little bit of like me time, and then put your timer on it, and then head back in and get on with your list, whether it be personally or professionally. How amazing would that make your day, and how much would that change your mindset and your emotional mindset around how your day flowed and around yourself? Like, here we are. How many of you would feel less exhausted, less tired, less overrun, less like we work to live, not live to work? You know what I mean? Like, how many of you would feel that change, that your job isn't your entire life because you take a bit of a break and you give yourself that? How much would that change? And what would that look like for you? Sometimes, which Yeah. Well, I used to too. Like I used to love my morning cigarette with my coffee. That was that, or when I was driving. That was my jam. But you know what? Like, and that was like that was the that was the like one trigger, the one like action that was tied into that for me before I decided to let it go, that I had to really focus on over like redefining that when I did the hypnosis around it. So, but yeah, if we just said, okay, I'm going to put this on my list and I'm going to give myself this, my take 5 break. I always call it take 5. And I'm not going to feel bad about it. I'm just going to go out and enjoy the moment. I'm going to take the moment. And how much more productive would you be? Because I think you would be a lot more, I think we would all be a lot more productive in creating and inspiring ourselves during the day if we gave our brains a break from the daily grind. Because we get overloaded, we get overwhelmed. Our conscious can only retain so much information. And after that, we're in this plate, we start dipping in and out of trance to try and give our brain a break so that all the information that we want to retain and recall gets dumped into the subconscious mind. The rest of it gets released and let go of, because it doesn't connect with, our belief systems, our programming, and all the good stuff inside. So instead of having to, having that naturally happen where we, I don't know, when you're daydreaming, when you on your drive home, how many of us have driven home and been like, I really, really hope that I hit every stop sign and paid attention to every green. And, I've gotten home and not knowing how I've just been totally zoned out. Or that, you start doing something and you just feel yourself drifting away and you lose your train of thought, you lose your momentum. Instead of that having to naturally occur, giving us our time and celebrating that time and making time for us to like download, decompress, take a breath, and then move back on the day. Just my rant for the day. So I'm thinking, I don't know, give it a try, guys. I've been adding this daily, this to my to-do list. I try to get outside. When I'm in the mountains, I try to take the dogs out and just kind of take a breath with them, go kick the soccer ball around, or just go stand with the trees, or do something that, even it doesn't require me leaving my space, but it gives me the opportunity to go, okay, I'm just going to put my laptop down for a second. I'm going to put my phone down. I don't take my phone with me, because if I have my phone with me, I'm definitely going to answer it. But I just kind of go out there and just I set my timer on my watch, and I ask my watch for that 5-minute timer. And it might do it now. So if you hear the timer go, we all know why, because they are listening. And it's making a difference in my life. It's really helping me feel less overwhelmed with achieving my daily to-do list. And I seem to be much more productive, where it's not taking me as long to get certain items completed because I'm not physically, mentally, emotionally, and vibrationally tired or exhausted. So just by giving myself permission to take a couple recharge moments. And I know that this might not always work with your work day, but even after work, take 5 to recharge, so that your after work life has more of your energy, and you feeling a little more refreshed and nourished and whole, and more like your cup is full, versus going into the after time at that your personal time. I mean, you think about it, we spend a lot of energy working. And for most of us, we work for somebody else, and we are, we get paid, I believe everybody is totally underpaid for all their value, but we make this money, and that's how this vibration, this reality works. But when it comes to our personal time, by the time we get there, I don't know about you, but I get this all the time. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I just want to go home and put my feet up, or I want to go home and have a nap, but I got to go grocery shopping. I got to do this. I got to walk the dogs. I got to feed the cats. I got to take care of the horses, or whatever your daily after work life looks like. But if you can take that 5 or 10 minutes where it's not about everything else, but it's about you, and just give yourself permission to reset, to take 5, to breathe, to go out, to sing your favorite song the loudest you can, or, go for that moment. Oh, and just, give it to you. So, because you're worth it, you deserve it. And we all need it on all levels. It can help support our physical, mental, emotional, and vibrational self. as a whole, as individual pieces and layers, doing something, maybe taking a moment to check in and like, what layer of me needs a little extra love and celebration today? And kind of sit with that. And when you take 5 moment in your little pause, this is for me time. Talk to that piece of you, that layer of you, and do something in that time that resonates and vibrates and nourishes and replenishes that layer, depending on what part of you needs a little more love that day. Because you know what? Every day is going to be a little bit different. But this in twofold also gets you talking, communicating, sensing, and connecting with yourself as a whole, but as the, multiple layered facet being that you are. And this can really help expand, stretch that awareness of self and what that feels like and what that sounds like. Fishing rods in your truck. I love that. Yeah. It's, Josh and I actually were talking about getting into fishing. And I used to fly fish when I was younger, when I got the opportunity. And I didn't get it a lot, but I did get the opportunity. I'm a whole catch and release kind of girl. Just because I had what I considered not traumatic at all by any stretch of the imagination. But at 5, I thought that was pretty traumatic. I caught my first fish and I was so excited. You're just that kid and your excitement and you're having this moment, and I wanted to release it, but that was not the rules, which I clearly ignored out of my excitement to go fishing, and they made me eat the fish for the breakfast the next day. So, and you know what? It's not that I'm against eating meat. So, I'm not that person, but I was just so pumped to catch that fish, but I was so excited to throw it back. Because I think at that point in my life, I was more like connected. I really connected that life force to living animals, not necessarily, probably didn't honor the meat in the animals and the vegetables that I was eating and ingesting at the time. Like I now have the knowledge to do so, but God, yeah. So I love fishing. I love that quiet of just nothingness, but it's kind of funny. Now when I do it, I have to like stop myself and be like, remember, this is quiet time. This is time, because I can get going and then I'm like, I have to remind myself when we go out. But yeah, we're talking about getting poles, rods, and making that, kind of an activity that we enjoy and get to do together. And, I'm sure that I'll get talked into eating them and keeping them if, they are the right size. Yeah. But I know Josh wants to keep and eat them. So just be like, thank you so much. And that's the other thing, honoring them, right? But what a cool way to do it while you're honoring your me time and your recharge time. And then you're out there fishing. And if, I do believe in that if an animal presents themselves to you and bites your hook, that they're choosing and, choosing to be a part of your life in the next stage of their journey. Yeah, it is total quiet time. It is peaceful, and the birds and nature just all around you. It's a great time. It's actually one of the things that, living near the lakes that we live near, going out and just being on the lake and just enjoying the peace of the sounds of the world around us. I know we do a lot of that in the summertime. We just kind of take a small break after work and go and just float for a minute and be quiet and just listen and let nature just present where she's at in that moment and enjoy it and be a part of it. I was actually talking to a friend today, and we were talking about the energy and vibration and frequency of the Hawaiian Islands and how I've always really felt connected to the nature, to the vibration of the Hawaiian Islands. And when I go there, it feels like I go home, but there's just something very alive about that vibration and how recharging and nourishing it is. So yeah, it's just, making those little times to, even though I'm not in Maui and I'm not in the Hawaiian Islands, once you experience that, the other part of this is that you have that cell memory recall. So, even if it is, you can't get out fishing today, but you can sit there and you can just think and feel yourself in that moment, what it feels like to fish, what it feels like to enjoy the quiet, what it feels like to be in your favorite place, and bring that vibration of your favorite place to wherever you are in the world. That vibration will download, that frequency will become a part of your external environment if you hold space for it and awaken it within your internal environment. And that is one way to fill your cup, even though maybe you can't get out and do the things that you want to do today. But even taking a pause and just reliving that beautiful vibration, that beautiful quiet, that beautiful sense of where your space is and what that feels like within you, it will emanate out and it will expand and it will come back to you wherever you are, multiplied. Yeah, that's kayaks. I want a paddleboard. I've always wanted a paddleboard, and I've been working, thinking about getting one. But he used to be a professional kayaker, so he wants kayaks. So we're actually in this limbo spot. I'm like, well, I really want, but I know I'm gonna have to hitch a ride on him. I'm like, whoop, so that I can be tethered behind him, and then he can go in his kayak, and he won't, I won't be like, hello, out in the middle of the lake by myself, because he's super great at it and has the technique down. And he was, sometimes, when they say that husbands and wives should not train their husbands or wives on something new, we had a couple of those moments when we were talking about paddling. So I'm just going to hitch the ride on him. But yeah, it's so cool to be able to have the ability to get out there, and kayaking is a great way to do that. I did whitewater rafting when I was blind, which was one of the coolest experiences, because I had my ability to see vibration and energy. I could move through the world a little more with ease because I could see the frequency of things. I would get the haze or I get the colors. And so I was able to, with holding on to Josh's arm, take on the bigger channel of whitewater rafting instead of the baby, because he wanted to go on the baby course. And I was like, nope, let's go on the big course. Don't recommend it, but I do recommend it if you're anything like me. And so when I got in the boat, I told the instructor, the guide, that, hey, I'm visually impaired and I can't really see, but I'm in. And I'm pretty sure his whole demeanor just dropped. I have to tell you, I saved that guide more than 5 times from being launched out of the boat, because of course he puts me beside him, because thinking that I won't be able to do what I'm capable of doing. And that was the funniest trip ever, but it was pretty fun, and it really kind of inspired and sparked our want to get kayaks, and maybe not for whitewater rafting, but just for the journey and being able to go places where you necessarily can't go on foot and explore. So, but yeah, whitewater rafting, a lot of fun, not gonna lie. It feels like a bucking horse. Well, we all have our thing, but that's the best part, is that what resonates with you, and that's what matters, and that's the cool thing. And then whether it's doing it on your own or finding people that do the same thing, that that love to do what you do. Sounds frightening. Oh, it's not frightening, Alex. It's like, well, have you ever been on a bucking horse? It's kind of like that when you get through the bigger parts. At least that's what it felt like for me. So maybe I'm just a little more used to it, because I've have had the opportunity and the pleasure of riding several bucking horses. Maybe like, I fully admit, I have an adrenaline issue with being an ex-eventer. I love, like, let's go. Needless to say, Josh and I were the only two that did not fall out of the boat. Yeah, that's right. I was pretty proud of myself when I got to the end of the rapids. But yeah. Yep, that was it. I was pretty proud of myself. What I did not anticipate at the time, though, was how freaking tired and exhausted and physically drained I was going to be, because it's a lot of work. And if you are going with a group of people, I would suggest going with a group of people that match your level of workout intensity, because we did not. And so there was 3 of us, and 2 of us, including the guide, that were doing a good portion of the the work needed to get the boat from one end to the other. As much as the water is helping you, it's still a lot of work. So yeah, I felt like I had ridden a bucking horse. I was I'm like, oh boy, I walking like an elderly lady who was very stiff and sore and had ridden a horse and who hadn't ridden a horse in a long time. You know, the cowboy walk, I totally had that, but I couldn't lift my arms. So it was like I had carried suitcases while riding that horse, but it was a lot of fun. I'd actually like to go back and do it now that I've got my sight back and go and see if it's as thrilling as it was when I had a lack of sight, because that was part of the like anticipation was, one like even bungee jumping blind did that. And I was, a bit of a thrill seeker. Was expecting it to be more than it was, but I kind of realized halfway, I was like, oh, I should yell. Everybody yells. But I wondered now if I can see if that would be more intense than it was when I couldn't see, because I didn't know when they're gonna, you launch. But after that, I was like, do. So, okay, well, that's enough about my wild excursions. Like I said, anybody who is visually impaired and they want to try whitewater rafting, I would suggest that you go with somebody that you trust, because that's a big thing. Don't do as I do. Do as I say, not as I do sometimes, right? So tonight, and the to-do list. Let's talk, making sure that to-do list is set for you, and that there are things in the to-do list that celebrate you taking a beat and giving yourself that time, however that looks for you, and making space for that in your day. And maybe you can't make space for it when it comes to making big excursions, but making yourself a daily 10 minutes here and there, or 5 minutes, or in the morning, 5 minutes midday, 5 minutes in the evening, whatever that looks for you. Make it work for your day. Plug it into your day. Plug it into 2 of your automatic things that you got to do, so you can kind of create space, or schedule it in your phone, guys. We all live our lives by this phone. It's crazy how that works, but we're all there. So if putting it into your calendar on a daily slot where it fits in your day, and scheduling that appointment in there helps you create this foundation, this new habit, this new you, this version of yourself that takes 5 for yourself, then do that. You got to just find what works for you, and what works for you is amazing. It doesn't mean it'll work for the person beside you, but when you find what is your flow and what your flow looks like, then stay with it. And if it evolves, it evolves. And if it stays the same, that's pretty cool too. So it's just about making space for you. And it's super important, especially in this last month. I really have to say that it's definitely, we need to make time for ourselves, and we deserve to make time to live and celebrate ourselves no matter where we are in our journey. And I get responsibilities, and I get that we have to do certain things right now in this world to be able to eat, sleep, have a roof over our heads, have the things that we want, to have the vibrational energy and money to do them. But make sure that you make time for you. Make sure you make time to celebrate the people you love and care for, because you deserve it, they deserve it, and we all deserve it as a collective consciousness. And the more that we create this as individuals, the more that ripple effect vibrates and ripples through the collective. And maybe that inspires somebody else to take a moment to know that they deserve that moment, and that moment is beautiful. And your moment could even be calling somebody that you love and adore and just having a quick convo with them. If that fills your cup, that's perfect too. But I would urge, and I know I've done this in my life, so this is something I've had to correct, is don't let the days pass and not make time for things that you love and want to celebrate. Because I personally believe that I don't think there's enough money in the world that can buy back time. So your time is precious. Your time is valuable. And make sure you spend some of that valuable, precious energy on yourself. So that is it. That's my moment. So tonight, let's dive into some meditation. Let's do it, guys. So thank you for listening to my rant. Oh, by the way, we will be here Friday morning for Dear Diary with Jen. I'm deciding that that's kind of morning coffee. Rise and Shine with Jen is going to be like my my collective thoughts for the week. So that we will be doing on Friday. What else? I think we have another show coming up. We have a Wednesday show. We do. I wasn't supposed to be on the coast. My horse has an abscess, so I am on the coast, and it's totally and completely throwing my mental schedule off. So yes, Wednesday we will also be here on the 22nd. We will be doing hypnotherapy talk with Jen Dodds, who is the owner and trainer of Coastal Academy of Hypnotic Science and Arts, where I graduated from. So I'm going to have her on. We're going to talk about her story and how she got, what inspires her and what keeps her going and where she came from and how she got there and how hypnotherapy and the school has shifted and changed her life. So that'll be Wednesday night, and I will have that schedule up soon. So, all right, guys, let's dive into this a little bit. So when you're ready and when you're willing, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and take a moment of pause to just get into that spot where you want to sit or lay down. We're going to do this meditation from this inner journey, the soul regression journey, where we're going to connect into your energy. We're going to connect into that space of creation and inspiration and positivity. And we're going to bring that energy and give it that part of us permission to be active and alive in our conscious and subconscious. So for those of you, I am going to be using an induction process, which is a hypnotherapy process to help us go into that deeper space, that deeper place, and asking for your permission to guide you on the journey within. And as you give yourself permission and me permission to guide you, just go ahead and close your eyes down and take a moment of pause, take a moment to rest, take a moment to get physically comfortable in the space beneath you, the space around you, perhaps cuddling into that blanket, or uncrossing, recrossing your legs, or just noticing the back of your head against the pillow, or the back of the chair, or the space that you're choosing to do this meditation in. And just giving your moment to breathe easily and deeply, comfortably and naturally as you adjust your position to that calm and comfortable space. Giving your physical body permission now, when you're ready, to go calm, to be at ease, to enjoy the flow of the journey of finding, creating, and holding peace and peacefulness. So checking in with the top of your head, encouraging, supporting the top muscles in and around your crown to become softer and softer with every breath you breathe. As you exhale, allowing yourself to let go of any and all stress or tightness that you may sense or feel yourself holding on to. And then checking in with your facial muscles, inviting all of your facial muscles to become soft and comfortable. Especially those tiny little muscles in and around your eyes and your eyelids. Just in your imagination, sense and feel them becoming completely soft. Wonderfully and pleasantly heavy. Comfortably calm and loose. And softer with every breath you breathe. That's right. Giving all your facial muscles, including those tiny little muscles in and around your eyes and your eyelids, permission to release any and all sense of tension or tightness. Giving them permission to release any and all effects of stress from this day, the week, the month, or the lifetime. Just imagine breathing it out. And as you breathe in, feeling and sensing, noticing any and all facial muscles, and the muscles around your crown, in and around your eyes and your eyelids becoming completely soft, completely at ease, and wonderfully pleasantly soft and heavy. The heavier your eyelids become, the more natural that feeling of softness begins to roll through you, like soft little waves rippling down into you. Every breath out, feel yourself beginning to allow yourself to let go and release more and more with each and every breath that you breathe. And take a moment to let your mind wander to those muscles in and around your shoulders, giving yourself permission to release the weight of the world that you carry upon your shoulders. That's right, with every exhale. Giving yourself permission, perhaps, when you're ready now, to release the weight of the world that you may sense yourself holding or carrying upon your shoulders. Just imagine those, as you breathe in, those shoulder muscles becoming soft and loose. Your upper back softening, calming, resting. Let your shoulders drop. Let them go. As you drift a little bit more, a little bit deeper now than you were the moment before. That's right. Every breath you breathe, giving your body permission to be more and more at ease. As we let our focus drift into our chest muscles and diaphragm area. Just inviting all the muscles within and around your diaphragm to become soft and comfortable, to become open and at ease. Every exhale, giving yourself permission to shed and melt, release, let go a little more tension or stress that you may sense yourself carrying within your physical or mental bodies. That's right, focus on that diaphragm being pleasantly, wonderfully calm and loose and open. Inviting your rib cage to be soft and comfortable. And feel that softness expand into the middle of your back. So from your diaphragm to the middle of your back, inviting all the supporting structures and muscles to be calm and soft, and softer still. As you release the weight of the world that you feel yourself holding on your shoulders or holding within your physical body, just letting it go. No time, no space, no thought, just resting, just calming. Inviting your physical body to take a break, to be soft and comfortable and at ease. More and more with each and every breath that passes and every breath you breathe. And take a moment to let your focus drift into your hips, inviting all the muscles in your lower back and in and throughout your hips and pelvis to be soft and softer and softer still. As you feel every muscle, every nerve, every fiber, every part of you drifting into the space beneath you, comforting, calming, and more at rest and ease with each and every breath that you breathe. Take a moment to notice how your upper body feels from the top of your crown to the base of your hips, the palms of your hands and arms and fingertips. Soft and loose, comfortable and at ease with each and every breath that you breathe. And when you're ready now, let your mind shift and your focus move and drift into your upper legs, your knees, your lower legs, and all the way down to the muscles in your feet, to the tips of your toes, inviting all the muscles in your legs to your feet to let go and release, to become more and more soft and at ease with each and every breath that you breathe. Giving your whole body permission to release any and all sense of heaviness, stress, of tension, of tightness that you may have stored or accumulated from the day, the week, the month, the year, the lifetimes. Just letting that energy float far, far away as it drifts back to the universe to be replenished, to be restored in its authentic vibration and frequency. That's right. As you exhale, imagine any and all sense of tension, tightness, or stress floating far, far, far away. So far away, it's out of your sight, your inner senses. And just taking a moment to notice how you notice this. Take a moment to embrace this gentle, soft shift. Perfect. And as your body rests now, as it floats into a space of comfort and calm, as every muscle, every nerve, every fiber, every cell, every part of your physical structure begins to rest comfortably, begins to feel and become soft and loose, and more at ease with each and every breath that you breathe. From this moment forward to the end of the journey, and if you so choose, beyond. And as you become physically comfortable and at rest, let your conscious mind wander to the space and sounds in front of you. And notice how you notice them, both inside and outside. And when you're ready, move your focus to the space and sounds to the right of you. Again, noticing how you notice the space and sounds inside and outside to the right of you. And now moving your focus to the space and sounds on your left side. And notice how you notice the space and sounds both inside and outside on the left side of you. Perfect. Now move your focus to the space and sounds behind you. And notice how you notice the sounds both inside and outside of the space behind you. And moving your focus once again to the space and sounds beneath you. And notice how you notice the sounds both inside and outside of the space beneath you. And now shifting your focus to the space and sounds above you. And notice how you notice the space and sounds both inside and outside above you. And as you notice the sounds all around you, know that each and every sound, whether new or old, mentioned, unmentioned, expected, unexpected, now or later, in front of you, behind you, to the right of you, to the left of you, below you, above you, from this point forward, if you choose, will no longer disrupt or disturb this wonderful place of peace, this wonderful flow of ease. In fact, all of the sounds can now become a part of your process, helping you drift deeper in and deeper down into the calmness. So take one moment to notice how you notice the space all around you, inside and outside, above and below you, in front of you, behind you, to the left of you and right of you. As all the sounds become comforting and calming, as all the sounds softly and gently help you drift deeper in and deeper down. Perfect. And when you're ready, bring your focus back to center, back to home base, back to the breath we breathe. As your breath becomes a path from the outside world around you to that inner landscape within you. And for some of you, you may feel this in a tangible way. You may sense it in or feel it in your chest, your diaphragm, wherever you choose to feel or sense or imagine home base to be within you. Just allow yourself to feel this space as your breath guides you into that sacred place, into that calm inner space. And as your breath guides you into that inner space, I'm going to count from 5 down to 1, snap my fingers and say the word sleep. Each and every time I snap my fingers, it's just meant to focus your mind for a second. And every time I say the word sleep, you go twice as deep as you were the moment before, twice as deep into the calmness once more. 5, allowing all your muscles to be softer and softer. Sleep. 4, twice as deep as you were the moment before. Sleep. 3, calmer and calmer still. Sleep. 2, resting, drifting, receiving. Sleep. 1, deep, deep, deep asleep. Deeper down into that home base, into that beautiful, safe center core, that wonderful sacred place. And as you find yourself in the presence of your inner home base, into the landscape of your favorite place, in a moment I'm going to ask you to imagine, sense, and feel many different things. But it doesn't matter if you can't imagine, sense, and feel all the things that I'm asking you to, because with your permission, of course, and your intention and flow, you'll be more and more calm the deeper you go. And the deeper you choose to go, the deeper you can go, and the deeper you want to go, perhaps the deeper you know, you can allow yourself to drift into the calmness. So imagine it's a beautiful, pleasant summer day and you're resting in your sacred, beautiful space, that place that brings you calm, that brings you peace, that gives you the freedom to feel and be more and more at ease on all levels, physically, mentally, emotionally, vibrationally, calmly connected and enjoying this place of rest. So just let yourself find that space. And like I said, you may sense that tangible space in your chest, your diaphragm, wherever you feel home base is for you is absolutely and wonderfully perfect and right for you. So as you imagine that beautiful, pleasant day in your favorite space, take a moment to enjoy this beautiful place. Perhaps noticing how your favorite place is a part of you, how home base is a part of you, and you are a part of your favorite place, how you are a part of your center core, your home base, once more. And no, you can just stay and rest and be in home base. But as we go along, you can join us whenever you choose. So in a moment, I'm going to ask you to imagine stepping into your root chakra. And as you step down into your root chakra, take a moment to give yourself permission to release any and all tension that is being stored within your root chakra once more. That's right. With every breath out, releasing any last traces of stress or tension that you may sense or feel yourself storing or holding in your root chakra, cleansing, clearing, balancing. Let it all just drift away. Set free as you create more space for you to play. That's right. Every breath out is comprised of any and all energies that may sense or feel like tension or stress being stored or held within your root chakra. And every breath in is a breath of calm, new energy that is solely yours and yours alone. That is supporting, connecting, calming from your light body. That's right. Every breath in, you're breathing in the vibration of your light body. That is solely yours and yours alone. And every exhale, letting go. And now allowing your mind to drift up into the heart and the center of your sacral chakra. And as you breathe out, giving yourself permission to release any and all stress or tension that you may sense or feel yourself storing or holding within your sacral chakra. And as you breathe in your light body. And as you exhale, you release, creating more space to play and for freedom to be more at ease and peace. Let's try to imagine every exhale is comprised of any sense or form of stress or tension that you may sense or feel yourself holding or storing within your sacral chakra. And every breath in, breathing in your light body that is solely yours and yours alone. Perfect, that's it. Now let your mind drift a little bit higher now into the solar plexus chakra. And as you exhale, when you're ready now, giving yourself permission to release any and all energies comprised of tension or stress that you may sense or feel yourself holding or storing within your solar plexus chakra. That's right. Imagine your exhale comprised of any and all energies and vibrations of tension or stress that you may sense yourself holding or storing within your solar plexus chakra. And every breath in, breathing in your light body energy and vibration. That's right. Every breath in, breathing in your light body that is solely yours and yours alone. As you exhale, let go a little bit more. Creating and finding a little more space for peace and ease. And the freedom to play, to be inspired, to be creative, and be positive. And now letting your mind drift a little bit higher into the heart of the core of your heart chakra once more. And as you breathe out, imagine that breath out is comprised of any sense of stress or tension you may sense yourself holding or harboring within your heart chakra. That's right. As you breathe out, release, let go. And as you breathe in, breathing in your life force energy, your light body energy, that is solely yours and yours alone. And feel how good it feels to reconnect, to balance and harmonize. As you let your mind wander a little bit further now, a little bit higher, all the way into the center of your throat chakra. And as you exhale, imagine every exhale is comprised of any and all sense of stress or tension that you may sense or feel yourself holding or storing within your throat chakra. That's right, every exhale comprised of any and all energies of stress or tension that you may sense yourself holding or storing within your throat chakra. And breathing in your life force and light body vibration that is still yours and yours alone. Calmer and calmer, more connected and calm, and at ease and at peace, harmonized and balanced with each and every breath that you breathe. And now allowing your focus to drift a little bit further and higher now, all the way into the heart of your third eye chakra. And every exhale comprised of any and all energies and the stress or tension that you may sense yourself holding or storing within your third eye chakra. As you create space to release, and as you breathe in your life force energy, your light body vibration that is still yours and yours alone. And every exhale comprised of the last traces of energies that represent stress or tension that you may sense or feel yourself holding or storing within your third eye chakra. Every breath in getting lighter and more vibrant and more connected than ever before. And again, once more, allowing your focus to drift a little bit higher now, a little higher still into the crown chakra. And as you breathe through the crown chakra, breathing in your light body, your life force vibration and energy. as it flows from your crown to your third eye to your throat to your heart to your solar plex to your sacral to your root, and into every muscle, every nerve, every fiber, every part of you. As you breathe in and out, and as you breathe in, you're breathing in your life force and light body, vibration, energy, and frequency. And it flows through you softly and gently. Feeling every muscle, every nerve, every organ, every fiber, every cell of your whole being flowing in your life force and light body, frequency, energy, and vibration. Fully connected, fully grounded, fully at ease, fully and completely at peace with each and every breath that you breathe. And taking a moment of pause to enjoy this connection, this calmness, this peacefulness. And if you feel this resonates for you, asking the part of you that is creation, that inspiration and positivity to guide you into the space of connection. That's right, asking the part of you that is creation, inspiration, and positivity to guide you within to the space of connection so that you may feel your creation, you may feel your creativity, you may feel your inspiration and positivity in a tangible way. And you may see this, you may feel it, you may sense it, you may smell it, you may taste it, you may just be aware of it through your sixth sense, but giving yourself permission to connect with the part of you that is creation, that is inspiration, that is positivity. And perhaps inviting this piece of you to become an active flow and part of you in your everyday life from this point forward and beyond. But notice how you notice this. Notice where in your physical body you feel that connection to creation, to inspiration, to positivity. And just let yourself be in that space of connection, that space of creation, that space of inspiration, that space of positivity. And notice how you notice this. Notice how you notice this part of you and where in your physical body it connects to you and you connect to it. That's right, asking your body to show you that connection, that you feel that connection, that you sense that connection, that you see that connection, that you hear that connection, that you be your connection of creativity, creation, inspiration, and positivity. So that from this day forward and beyond, each and every time you sense that part of your physical body, you feel that surge of creation, that surge of creativity, that surge of inspiration and positivity. And I'm going to go quiet for a moment as you sit and rest in the part of you, in the space of you that is creation, creativity, inspiration, and positivity. And notice how good that feels. And notice how you are a part of creation, creativity, inspiration, and positivity. And how creation, creativity, inspiration, and positivity is a part of you. And perhaps giving yourself permission now to flow with your space of creation, creativity, inspiration, and positivity in your everyday life, in your physical reality from this moment forward and beyond. And know that each and every time you return to that space and connect in, you'll feel that surge of creation, creativity, inspiration, and positivity, guiding you, supporting you, encouraging you, loving you, connecting with you more and more over the days to come. And take a big breath and allow yourself to feel how good it feels to be connected more and more with your space and the part of you that is creation, creativity, inspiration, and positivity. And feel yourself coming back to your physical body, coming back and feeling and sensing the palms of your hands, your fingers, and your thumbs. Taking another deep breath and becoming aware of the bend in your knees, the soles of your feet, and how you simply are still aware of your space and part of you that is creation, creativity, inspiration, and positivity. How it's stepping into your tangible reality with your permission, of course. Enjoying this connection as it stretches, as it expands, as it deepens on all levels, consciously, subconsciously, if you choose. Coming all the way back to the space around you. The space beneath you and supporting you. And in a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 5. At 5, you'll be fully emerged, fully aware, fully alert, feeling wonderfully refreshed, beautifully centered, and powerfully connected into the part of you and the space that is your creation, your creativity, your inspiration, and positivity. And how you notice it tangibly, and where in your physical body you feel that connection expanding, growing, stretching, and blooming and blossoming and thriving and flourishing as it nurtures and supports you in every way and every day. As you step into the version of yourself that is fully connected to the space and part of you that is creation, creativity, inspiration, and positivity. Feel how good it feels. And 1, coming all the way back to the conscious space, bringing all of the knowledge and insight back to your waking space, if you so choose. Feeling wonderfully centered and grounded and connected in to your physical, mental, emotional, and vibrational you. 2, feel the sounds around you, drawing you back more aware and more alert, feeling wonderfully centered and grounded. 3, beginning to feel the bend in your arms and your legs, moving your fingers and your toes, feeling wonderfully at ease and more peace, feeling physically soft and rested, recharged and nourished and replenished. And 4, your eyes are crystal clear, your mind is clear, your energy is clear, your body is clear, your emotions are positive and clear and balanced and harmonized on all levels. And 5, fully emerge, fully aware, fully alert. Go ahead and open your eyes, stretching, moving, giving yourself permission perhaps to bring the insight and knowledge of the journey within and the connection to the part of you, the space of you that is creation, creativity, inspiration, and positivity into your waking space and physical reality. And know that you can co-create from this space each and every day in every way from this point forward and beyond. All right, everyone, welcome back. So when I was guiding that, I got this beautiful sense of all the rainbow, the colors, and it was just kind of cool. It's like watching the northern lights happen all around. So that was kind of fun when my eyes were closed. I was actually drawn to my heart when I was doing this. So my space of creation, creativity is kind of that space in my diaphragm for my heart and my solar plex that kind of sits in the middle of that. And it was just this beautiful fluctuation of energy and colors and radiating light. And it felt good to come home. So Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for participating. Thank you for your support. I am profoundly, profoundly. Oh, really? That's sweet. That's funny how that worked. That's awesome. I'm glad that you felt that too. Profoundly blessed and honored and grateful to have all of you be a part of my journey and to allow me to come here and do these meditations and these guided hypnosis sessions, because like I've always said, this fills my cup, being here on the channel during the shows, and sharing the things that I love and the things that inspire how I do and what I do, both personally and professionally. It just means a lot to me. So thank you for always being here. And I mean, I would do it. Yeah, just thank you. I don't know what else to say. I'm very appreciative and very honored. So, all right. Again. Oh, right back at you. So this week, oh, hey, Tana. You're very welcome. Tana, I'm still on the coast, just saying. This week we got Jen coming on Wednesday. I think that's a 7 p.m. start again for the show. And then Friday we got the 7:30 a.m. start with Dear Diary with Jen, and Rise and Shine Coffee with me. And it's just the weekly reflections. So where the week started and where we ended up. And so thank you. Have a great week, guys. I'll see you Wednesday. For some of you, I will see you Tuesday night for a group hypnosis class. And it's that time. So you guys, we're at the equinox. So spend some time focusing on really where you want to create, where you want to be inspired, where you want to allow inspiration to find you, what creativity you want to bring into your transformation and self-evolution journey, and where you're at, and where you're still walking with shadow, where shadow walking you to, and how does that line up with the version of you that is the best version of you. West Coast 5, yeah. So sorry, here we are. And how does that line up? Now, I know all of our journeys are unique and we're all at a different stages of self-discovery, self-evolution, self-growth. But remember this, this is a great time to sit into this space and celebrate how much you have shifted, how much you have transformed, how many layers and versions of yourself that have taught you and got you to where you are today. And, celebrating that and giving those layers permission to be at ease, to be at peace, knowing that the lessons have been learned, that energy has been utilized the way it was meant to be utilized. And that is then, and this is now, and giving yourself permission to move into the new self vibration in you, that you are growing, that you are feeding, that you are planting and becoming. And yes, thank you, Alex. Please smash the like button, hit the like button if you like the content tonight, so we know that you guys want more of this stuff. So just remember that as you go through this, really spend some time over this next tonight and tomorrow, because the energy's there. This is a great way to really shed those extra layers, to shed those things that you might be just trickle holding on to, or to give yourself permission to see what you need to see, to know what you need to know, to notice what you need to notice that is still standing in your way, that you are ready to over those speed bumps, that you're ready to overcome, so that you can move closer to the version of you that is wild and free, that is authentic and more in your light body and life force energy. So, all right, guys, that's the last little bit of the lecture for tonight. I will see you Wednesday. And some of you, I will see you Tuesday. Thank you. Mwah. Love you all. Talk to you soon. Cheers.